Hello.
I didn't keep you waiting, did I?
Not at all. I was just at the post office. Gran told me to expect a package, but it looks as if she forgot to send it. She didn't send me an owl this week either. Perhaps she's busy with her research.
What was she sending you?
Only some feed she's been developing. I was going to give it to Professor Howen for the measles.
What kind of research is she doing?
It varies from week to week, but it's always to do with creatures. Last week she was studying leg knots in plimpies.
What did you find out about the dragon you were tracking?
I realised that she didn't know the poachers had her egg, so when she left Horntail Hall, she would have headed straight to her nest. I went back to the tent and tracked her flight.
How do you track a dragon long after she's gone?
Tree canopies, burn marks, things like that.
Wow. No to możesz być wiedźminką.
Well done. You certainly know what you're doing.
I can't be certain, but I have an idea of one place she may have been heading. I thought we might go and see it for ourselves.
Of course. Shall we leave now?
If that's all right, I want to see how she's faring if she had a collar on, and she's likely frantic about her egg. Here we are. I do think this is where we'll find her. The terrain's typical of where the breed would nest. I suspect it's how the poachers found her to begin with. They likely camped here and logged her patterns. Perhaps nabbed her first and then her egg. Dragons are hard enough to wrangle, let alone maternal ones.
You got all of that from simply standing here?
You'd be surprised how easy it is to think like a poacher. Shall we see if she's home? We only need to return her egg.
No tak, my musimy to jajo oddać.
That sounds straightforward enough.
We should be in and out. Then we can be finished with the poachers once and for all.
I don't suppose you've thought about keeping it, have you?
No, it belongs to her. Keeping it will make me just as bad as the poachers.
Nie, też bym nie zatrzymywał.
If you're right about finding her here, how do we go about returning the egg?
Her nest will likely be in the heart of her den, which she will be keeping guard over. It might also be more charred than anywhere else, I imagine.
Well then, let's find our dragon and return her egg.
Wonderful. If she sees us flying about, she might take it as a sign of aggression or food. We should stay on foot.
Dobrze,
Oh,
dobrze.
one thing. Let's not agitate her. Goodness knows she's been through enough already. I'm ready when you are.
W porządku. Idziemy teraz śladami smoczycy. To jest dokończenie tego wątku fabularnego, nie?
There she
Natomiast
is, above us. She did make it home safely. Oh, good. It looks as if she wasn't collared like the other dragons.
mam nadzieję, że się nie będziemy z nią bić. No, co to jest? Jakiś super ptaszor.
Poor thing must be worried sick, wondering what happened to her egg.
Poczekaj, poczekaj, smoczyco! My mamy to jajo. Kurde, jak jej to przekazać? Wilcy. Wilcy. Młody, mroczny wilk. Patrzcie, jakie mają ślipia, nie? Dobra. Ciekawie. Owca. No. Reparo.
Fantastic.
There she is again.
O kurde. No jest sztos. Breathtaking? You are breathtaking. W porządku, w porządku. To się wszystko odbędzie na jej zasadach.
I beg your pardon.
I don't imagine the poachers fed her well. And from a distance, we probably look exactly like
Dy. Tak, jesteśmy owcami.
How lucky for her. Watch your step.
Spokojnie, spokojnie. My nie Geralt, my mamy mocne nogi.
Pity. She must have been starved to pick off a grapple.
Or just raring for a fight.
Już jesteśmy blisko. Więcej ognia. Tylko nie bitwa. No nie, no serio? Omiń smoczycę i zbliż się do... O kurczę, a nie mamy żadnych zaklęć. Dobra, dawaj, dawaj. No biegnij, co ty?
Wait here. I'll run ahead.
Whenever you're ready, I'll follow your lead.
I'll draw her attention. Follow when it's safe.
Można by ewentualnie tu. Chyba, że zdążę tam. Ledwo. Dobra, gdzie teraz? Chyba już do przodu, nie? Ale heca, patrzcie to. Dobra, let's go. No, jesteśmy pod nią. Smoczyco!
It's her domain.
Nie walcz z nami!
Keep at it. We've just got to make it to the nest.
Oh, she isn't making it easy.
Dobra, teraz 2 razy. No 2 razy teraz. Ale też rozwala te beczki, nie? Ależ to siwo. Dobra. Dam radę.
Not a warm welcome.
Jeszcze wyżej.
It's a little too warm, if you ask me.
Pewnie, że ciepłe.
I don't suppose she
Bardzo
listens to
ciepłe.
reason.
I'd normally try, but we're well past. Get to that opening below her.
Okej, teraz na 3.
If we can get to that entrance, we can get to the nest.
Super, super. Dawaj, dawaj. Ostatnia prosta.
Look, underneath her. Stick with her.
No, nam toruje troszkę drogę, nie? Z drugiej strony.
She's leaving. Quickly.
Brilliant.
Kurde. Dawaj, dawaj. Umieść to jajo. Harry!
There's the nest. We're almost there.
Dawaj! Ostatnia nadzieja!
Why is every bridge...
Serio, repero? Wszystkie mosty prowadzą do smoczycy. Oj, coś czuję, że zaraz tu wyleci. Oj, myślałem, że taki lichy
Just
będzie.
return her egg. We can hopefully make it out without too much fuss.
O nas się nie martw.
That was brilliant. And did you see how clever? She left us perfectly unharmed.
To jest przeżycie, co? Próbowała nas zabić? A gdzie tam?
Creatures are a lot cleverer than most people realize.
That's what Gran always says. The important thing is that we survived it. And we returned her egg. Thank you for doing this with me. Wouldn't blame you one bit if you wanted to head back to the castle and never think about dragons again.
Nie, mega przygoda.
Shall we head back? I'm ready if you are.
I am. After our dragon rescue at Hauntel Hall, I half expect to be ambushed by poachers any time I'm not in the castle.
Understandable. We did sabotage their fighting ring and steal a dragon egg from them.
True. So why haven't they come after us? It's not like them to let things lie. Unless they haven't let things lie. Oh no, I can't believe I didn't see it. We need to leave. I need to send an owl. How could I have been so blind?
Co się dzieje? Jak to ślepa? Myślisz, że jeszcze będą nam puppy. No dobra, może nie będzie tak źle. To ja sobie tutaj pogłaskam koteła i widzimy się na kolejnej misji. Samantha Dale. Co się dzieje?
Just the person I need.
Samantha, is everything all right?
No, it's not. It's my brother William, the one I told you about after Charms class. He's been cursed. He ignored my warning and now he's lying in St. Mungo's looking completely pathetic. He simply never listens.
I'm sorry, how exactly has he been cursed?
Oh, you won't believe it. Truly, but his feet were turned into purple beets. You can imagine his distress. And mine. I won't even go into the attention he was getting from our garden rabbits before he admitted himself to hospital.
Ale heca.
I'm so sorry. That sounds like a trying situation.
I'm glad you understand. Everyone else just laughs at me as if it's a joke. No compassion at all.
Well, it is an unusual situation. How did your brother end up like this?
It's entirely his own fault. I told him about some research I'd done recently on our ancestor Marmaduke Dale. In particular, my discovery that Marmaduke's tomb was cursed. My brother's always making fun of my discoveries. This time, he laughed in my face. Told me I'd misinterpreted my findings. As if that were possible. And to prove his point, he went right up to the entrance of the tomb and poof! His feet transfigured into beets.
Jak do tego doszło, nie wiem.
How awful. I can see why you're upset. He definitely needs some help.
Exactly. He may be a cape flapper, but he's still my brother. And no one deserves such a fate to last forever, especially as the result of a single brainless mistake. Now I worry that if the curse isn't reversed, it could become permanent.
Can't the curse be broken?
Possibly. The curse stems from a crest that was stolen from Marmaduke. If the crest were returned to its rightful place upon his sarcophagus, then I believe that William's feet may be restored. You battled trolls when they attacked Hogsmeade, escaped a dragon, and I could tell by your work and charms that you're a skilled spellcaster. Returning a crest to a sarcophagus should be almost effortless for you. So, will you help us?
Myślę, że jedno zaklęcie może odwrócić tą klątwę.
Why is your ancestor so well known?
He discovered the properties of several magical herbs and plants. He also uncovered numerous types of flora. The wizarding world owes him a great debt. His work not only impacted the discipline of herbology, but also potion making.
How do you know it's safe? I don't want my feet to turn into beets as well.
Oh, but the curse only applies to Marmaduke's descendants, as my brother so aptly demonstrated. That's why I need your help. You're unrelated to my family, so the curse wouldn't affect you.
A może wpłynie?
Why was Marmaduke's tomb cursed?
The curse is the result of an intense sibling rivalry between Granham Dale and his younger brother Marmaduke. Marmaduke was a famed herbologist, and Granham resented the attention that he received.
Sibling rivalry? Sounds as if it might run in the family.
But I would never intentionally curse my brother, not like Granham did. When their mother died, Marmaduke was given the prized family crest. Granham felt that as the eldest child, he should have been given it. Years later, when Marmaduke died, Granham stole it and cursed the tomb so that none in the Dale family could ever pay their respects.
I can take the crest to Marmaduke's sarcophagus for you.
Oh, thank you! Thank you so much! You'll simply go into the tomb where Marmaduke was laid to rest and place the crest on top of his sarcophagus. According to my research, the tomb's been abandoned for centuries, so it should be a fairly simple task. You'll find it just east of the hamlet of Brockborough. Thank you for...
No to muszę oddać klejnoty rodowe.
And he listens to me now.
Klątwa i klejnoty. Czarna magia. Grobowiec rodziny Dale. Zobaczmy. Czy nie siedzi tam jaka Kikimora? Zwróć skrzynię.
That's a good start.
Na pewno? Na razie masz papcie, więc nic nie widać. Nic nie widać, to tylko takie przebłyski. Tu mamy skrócik. Zbierz, szukaj. Ostatnio sobie zidentyfikowałem... O. Zidentyfikowałem sobie przedmioty i naprawdę fajne tam weszły. Niekiedy też pytacie, jak wygląda mój inwentarz, bo tak wiecie, co chwilę się zmienia, także na razie mamy same legendy i tutaj wszędzie sloty, więc czasami sobie coś ulepszam, jakąś ofensywę, obronę, ale to cały czas się zmienia, więc tak mniej więcej wygląda nasza postać. Moim zdaniem jest mega mocna, więc nie ma co wariować, nie? Bo to się zrobi za łatwe wszystko. A w RPG-ach tak jest, jak robimy wszystkie zadanka poboczne, to później stajemy się OP. Chyba że spotkamy trolla przybrzeżnego. Wtedy już nie jest tak licho. Bombada. No i co? Depulso. Ale wiecie co jest ciekawe? Podobno jak damy klątwę... Oj, coś takiego, to możemy go chyba walnąć, ale nie. Tak nie działa. Bo jak jest oszołomiony, to też go można troszkę bardziej chyba lutnąć, ale nie jestem pewny. A! Ach, chciałem depulso jeszcze. Dobra, mamy troszkę. Troll przybrzeżny. Albo przebrzydły. O, i właśnie to jest ten kamor, dobra. Udało się tym kamorem. Tu za bardzo się nie da, nie. Czyli więcej się nie da mu nic zrobić, jak jest oszołomiony. Okej. Bombada. Ale że jak ja to lubię. Ewentualnie... No bo nie musimy robić tej drugiej części. Ach, bo zwykle chcę jeszcze mu tą R1 dziabnąć. Ależ mega. O, tak też jest fajnie, nie? Bo nie trzeba go oszałamiać, tylko walnąć mu w pysk po prostu. Pyk i luta. Ale mega. Mieliśmy kombinację 60, więc całkiem. Walnąłem go głazem. O, wyzwania pojedynków. To sobie później odbierzemy. I co, tutaj już tą skrzynię mogę zwrócić? Halo! Nie garb się tyle! Harry! Ślas, serio? Nie, dyptam to jest. Ja tego tak hoduję dużo, że praktycznie mamy... Nowa misja?
That should reverse the curse. Hopefully.
I nowa misja jest jakaś. Zobaczmy. O, porozmawiaj z Poppy. Wizyta u kłusowników. Spoko. To tu wrócimy. No i co, teraz ma cebulowe stopy? Czy ziemniaczane?
I'm happy to tell you that I returned the crest to Marmaduke's sarcophagus just as you asked.
I thought as much. I received word from St. Mungo's that my brother's feet are back to normal. No more beats. Oh, I cannot thank you enough. It wasn't too much trouble, I hope.
Just a measly old troll. Nothing significant.
A troll? Oh dear, I'm so sorry. That's awful. No one has been in that tomb for centuries. But I can't say I'm surprised. Marmaduke seems to have been full of surprises.
Indeed he was.
Well, I suppose I should be going. I'm anxious to see my brother, who must be elated to have his feet back.
course, I certainly would be.
William and I are forever in your debt.
No to pieniądze. 500 zł się należy. 500 zł. Droga koleżanko, totem. Dobra, to teraz wrócimy jeszcze do Poppy, nie? Co tam u puchonki?
Safe.
There you are. You were in such a state when you left.
The poachers got to my gran. Someone recognized me in Hauntel Hall and they got to her.
What do you mean? Is she alright?
She's fine, thank goodness. But they were at her house, our house. They assumed I'd sent the egg there. She said they took the whole place apart looking for it, screaming that we'd cost them everything.
I'm sorry, Poppy. I'm glad she's alright. I don't think either one of us could have anticipated that.
I should have known. I underestimated the poachers. And now another creature's in danger.
What do you mean?
The poachers refused to leave empty-handed, so they took valuable journals that Gran had discovered when she was researching rare creatures. One of them contained theories about a secret hiding place of the Snidget, long thought to be extinct.
Oh no, znikacz?
Exactly what kind of creature is a Snidget?
It's a small bird with golden feathers. It's incredible. It has rotational wings that allow it to dart quickly in any direction. In fact, the golden snitch in Quidditch is based on the Snidget, which barbarically was actually used in the sport hundreds of years ago.
Tak, było pytanie, nie? O znikacza.
Why would Snidgets be valuable to poachers?
They could make more money with Snidgets than they ever would have fighting dragons. The golden Snidget's feathers and eyes are incredibly valuable. That's why they're believed to be extinct. They were hunted out of existence by wizard kind. If the poachers found some now, I can't bear to think about the horrific way they'd be bred and killed for profit.
Nie, robimy.
Where exactly are these Snidgets allegedly hidden?
Gran says the journals were a bit cryptic, which is good. Perhaps the poachers won't be clever enough to find the birds. From what she recalls, the journals only noted that the key to finding them lay in the moonlight. Gran thinks it can be narrowed down to a handful of locations.
I take it you aren't going to let the poachers anywhere near the Snidgets.
Gran wants me to stay out of it, but I know she's devastated that poachers might go after the Snidgets, if they still exist. We had the element of surprise on our side when we saved that dragon, but the poachers will be watching for us now.
We need allies. Others who hate the poachers enough to help us, who value creatures as much as...
Merlin's beard! You're a genius! The centaurs! They'd want the Snidgets protected at all costs.
Serio? Centaury? Fajnie.
Sounds as if we need to go and talk to the centaurs.
We'll need to be careful in how we approach them. Tensions with them are high. Still, I think they may be our only hope. Let me think on it. I'll let you know as soon as I have a plan.
Dobra, fajnie. Mamy jakąś kontynuację tego questa. To jeszcze nie koniec. Więc myślę, że tak samo z Nati. No i z Sebixem to wiadomo, nie? Jeszcze tam się musi to rozstrzygnąć. No dobrze, ale bardzo fajnie. Bardzo fajnie. Jeszcze troszkę zadań pobocznych tutaj nam zostało, więc zrobimy kilka i później wrócimy do fabuły. A tutaj jeszcze mamy dwa zadanka ciekawe. A pogadasz ze mną tutaj?
You sound as if you could use some help.
Oh, yes, I could. Eddie Thistlewood's the name. A dear friend of mine in Feldcroft is at his wit's end due to the relentless attacks on his hamlet by Ranrock and his loyalists. I sent 2 crates of Chinese chomping cabbages to help, but they've gone missing.
2 skrzynie chińskiej kąsającej kapusty. Ja też troszkę mam.
Good idea. Those cabbages are nothing to be trifled with.
My thoughts precisely. You see, I know plants, and I believe the goblins will be so irritated by the onslaught of ferocious vegetation, they'll simply leave Feldcroft alone. I wonder if you might track the 2 crates down and deliver their contents to my friend Bernard Indiai. I simply can't leave my shop at present.
Dobra, wiadomo. Trzeba pilnować sklepiku.
Any idea where I might find the crates?
Yes, from what I hear, one was spotted south of Feldcroft, the other, so I hear, is south of Brockborough near the river.
River.
Could you not grow or buy more Chinese chomping cabbages?
I suppose I could, but that would take time. Time we do not have, what with Ranrock's thugs posing new threats every day. Besides, it's the principle of the matter. I grew those cabbages and they are extraordinary.
Rozumiem. Natomiast ja też mam z 50 różnych kapust. Mogę oddać.
Why would the goblins target Feldcroft?
My friend Bernard says they've been seen in the area for a while. He seems to think they're looking for something, but lately they've become more aggressive.
Very well, sir. I shall keep an eye out for 2 crates of Chinese chomping cabbages.
Oh, thank you. I shall let Bernard know he might be receiving those cabbages after all.
What do you have for sale?
Co ma pan na sprzedaż? Chińska kąsająca kapusta, tak? Tak się bawimy.
Sounds like Feldcroft's in trouble.
Pan tutaj kapustę będzie miał jeszcze na sprzedaż. Dobra. Udaj się na miejsce, gdzie widziano pierwszą skrzynkę. No, w tym obozie już byliśmy.
Chinese chomping cabbages is somewhere in this camp.
A patrzcie, tutaj się nie da. Przełam zaklęcie tarczy rzutem starożytnej magii. Tutaj kiedyś byliśmy, ale widzę, że wrócili. Patrzcie, jednak mnie widzą. Jednak mnie widzą, barbarzyńce. Dobra, ten dostał. O, widzę, że się tak bawimy, co? Bombarda! Kurde, ładne mają te czary. Dobra, ten dostał. Nie dotykać tego! A to jest ten mocniejszy. No, fajne to było. Kurczaki. Gdzie te kapusty? Po co ci kapusta? A, to już chyba robiłem. O, tu możemy w ogóle uwolnić. Możemy uwolnić tego ptaszora? Kurde, chyba nie. A szkoda.
That's 1 crate in hand. I only need 1 more.
Oj, szkoda, że tego nie można uwolnić. A można go złapać? Nie. Szkoda. No nic, lecimy na kolejną. No patrzcie, patrzcie tego stracha na wróble. Ty niedobry, ty. Jeszcze też podobno gdzieś są bałwanki, ale bałwanka jeszcze nie widziałem. Powinny być u nas, ale...
I can see why Feldcroft needs help. Ranrock's loyalists are hiding out near Feldcroft. They must have the other crate of Chinese chomping cabbages.
Pamiętka. O kurde. O kurde. Wojownik lojalistów. Ja wam dam.
Petrificus totalis.
Teraz mnie chyba zauważy, co? Bombarda. Kurde, serio? Będziesz mnie jeszcze... Gdy przygotowuję swoje czary... No, przygotowujesz swoje czary? Ach, dobra. Spróbuję to zrobić. Niech. Niestety, nie dał rady. Gdzie będzie ta skrzynka? Chyba tu, co?
That's all the crates of Chinese chomping cabbages. I'd better go and see Mr. Thistlewood's friend in Feldcroft.
Korespondencja. Że w Feldcroft jest więcej. Nie wracaj, dopóki tego nie znajdziesz. No cóż. Wracamy. Czyli teraz tutaj.
It's like a place right out of a storybook.
Feldcroft. Mieliśmy się tutaj nie zbliżać.
Do you have the special delivery from my dear friend Eddie?
Yes, of course.
Hello, Mr. Ndi. Eddie Thistlewood sent me.
Yes, he told me to expect you. Do you have the Chinese chomping cabbages?
Świetna nazwa.
I have them right here.
Marvelous. This will go a long way towards protecting the hamlet from Ranrock's loyalists. The same foul curs who, I'm willing to guess, intercepted them in the first place, along with Rookwood's lot. Feldcroft owes a debt of gratitude to you and Eddie. Thank you for your help.
To co?
How do you and Eddie know each other?
We met at Hogwarts. Been friends and business associates ever since. I wasn't surprised to get his owl about his Chinese chomping cabbage scheme. He was always one to go out of his way to help another.
Do you have any idea why the goblins are attacking Feldcroft?
No clue. I used to think it was because of its strategic location, but now it's as if they were looking for something. I will admit, however, that I don't know what they could possibly be looking for.
Zaklęcia chyba.
What do you have for sale?
A pan co ma na
At
sprzedaż?
last, some reinforcements. Hopefully this is enough to thwart the goblins.
Dobra, sprzedamy. Tam w tym naszym sklepiku, który prowadzimy z tą skrzatką. Okej. Zakoszona kapusta. Dostajemy 10% więcej za sprzedaż, nie? Czyli za 200 to dam 220 i tak dalej. 90 to 99, więc 10% więcej w tym sklepiku można zyskać. Ale jeszcze kolejne zadanka mamy. Jakieś problemy z trolem.
Needs doing.
Is everything all right?
If the Hamlet sent you here to talk to me about... I know what I have to do. It's not every day a girl has to put down her own troll. I should be allowed to work up to it.
What do you mean your own troll?
I thought that's why you were here. I'm sorry. I suppose if you spend enough time with trolls, you forget your manners. I'm Alexandra. I didn't mean to be short with you. With Ranrock's lot seemingly everywhere, I thought the hamlet could use a bit more security. But my plan has gone awry. I apologized when he almost trampled half the hamlet yesterday. He just needs more time. But everyone wants him gone. They think it's mad, my training a troll. Impossible even.
No chyba, że to redański troll. Szeregowy łupek. No to wtedy...
It certainly takes a lot of courage to try, I'll give you that.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that. I wish others felt the same. But I suppose I understand why everyone's been so concerned. What made me think I could train him? I should have learned from Barnabas the Barmy. But he's my troll and my problem. I'll be honest. I'm afraid I won't be able to take care of him. He's stronger than any troll I've ever encountered. I wish I knew someone else who could do it.
Pogadam z nim. Barnabasz Bzik. Ja z nim pogadam.
Who's Barnabas the Barmy?
Surely you've seen the tapestry of him at Hogwarts. It hangs in the 7th floor corridor. He allegedly tried to train trolls for the ballet. You can imagine how that turned out.
What exactly were you training the troll to do?
I was hoping to train him to serve as protection for us. Frankly, I struggled to teach him even a word or two. Couldn't give him even a semblance of self-control.
I'm not thrilled at the prospect, but I'll consider it.
Oh, no. I didn't mean to suggest that you should do it. In fact, you should avoid the area just southwest of here. At least until I work up the courage to do what needs to be done.
Nie wierzę. Jeszcze miejsce podała. Trzeba troszkę przystrzyc. Pyk, pyk, pyk. Właśnie to są fajne takie detale, nie?
Near a hamlet. That could be devastating.
Tu można jakieś właśnie kowadło uruchomić. Tu coś zajumać. Tu magię odpalić. Tu z trolem pogadać. Może się nawet napijemy. Tu na miotle polatać. Nie no, jest cudo. Jest cudo.
I take it you're Alexandra's friend.
Naprawdę? 32 level? Czachadymi. Chyba wypuszczę kąsającą kapustę. Po co ci kapusta? No. Nie można go po cichu? Chociaż troszkę? Zachwiać trolem? Nie. Już nie. Bombada. Będzie grubo. Dobra, trafiłem trolla własnym głazem. Jego własną bronią. Dobra, może się uda. Chociaż jest sporo leveli wyżej. Dobra. Dawaj to. Nie po to hoduję, żeby nie używać. Mandragora! Dobre, idealnie weszło. Spokój się. Trollu. Nie troluj mi tutaj. Dobra, jeszcze jedną kapustkę. Jeszcze jedno. Atakujcie! Bo mało tego używam, a to fajne jest. Najpierw warto na przykład... Oj. Warto go troszkę oślepić. No i to też fajnie wyszło. Expelliarmus go troszkę przeklina, więc mam mocniejsze ataki, nie? Ziup. 40. Bombada. Kurde.
Alexandra, but the hamlet needed to be saved from that troll.
Co ja zrobiłem? Co ja zrobiłem? Nie powinna być zadowolona. Ale może ściągnęliśmy odpowiedzialność z niej, że ona tego nie musi robić. No nie wiem, nie wiem. Zobaczymy, co powie.
Wonder who lives here.
50-50.
It's done, Alexandra. I took care of him.
My troll? What? Oh, I don't know what to say. Thank you. I wish things could have turned out differently for him.
There wasn't much you could have done. He was beyond training. Tried to kill me the entire time.
Goodness. I'm glad you're all right. You're very brave. People in the hamlet had already crafted a moniker for whoever eventually defeated that troll. It was troll something or other.
Pogromca, poskramiacz, zaklinacz. No jestem z Gryffindoru, czyli odważny. Niech będzie pogromca. Pogromca gigantów.
Slayer?
Yes, that was it. I suppose it's your title now. I need some time on my own. But truly, thank you for what you did.
Nie ma sprawy.
Revelio. The troll's
Pani Aleksandro.
has a nice ring to it.
Pogromca troli. Dobra. Harry ześwirował. Harry ześwirował. Tu jest po prostu szybka podróż. Dobra. Myślę, że teraz możemy dziabnąć fabułkę. Tam zostały jeszcze 2 questsiki poboczne, ale ładnie już to wszystko tutaj sobie czyścimy. Spotkanie, no w sumie to jest na 30, troszkę wyżej, a ten musi zadzwonić do nas z domowego. No to w cieniu kopalni.
one who has been interfering with a rather personal matter. The demiguise statues and the moons contained therein were placed as they were for good reason. You should not meddle in the personal affairs of others.
I don't think Mr. Pemberton meant to use his own stationery. He knows something about those demiguise moons. He's in Hogsmeade, apparently. Perhaps I shall pay him a visit.
O, widzę, że jednak ktoś się odezwał. Zobaczcie. Jednak ktoś się odezwał. To porozmawiamy. Tak jest.
Pardon me, sir, but about those curious demiguise statues I've seen.
What? Who are you? Why do you ask?
They're quite clever.
Oh, thank you. A lot of craftsmanship and care went into them. I assume.
So you did create them?
Yes, I did. It was a ploy to give that pathetic oaf Moon a taste of the grief he caused me years ago. You are the one who's been pilfering them.
I am, at the request of Mr. Moon. I received your owl on your stationery.
Well, fitting Moon would enlist a student. Too cowardly to do it himself. Hasn't changed a bit. Even when we were at school, he was a cowardly bully. Gave me a horrible nickname, which I shan't repeat. I was thrilled when we left school and he seemed gone for good. Then I started seeing him around Hogsmeade. It was too much. Even if I do take satisfaction in that his life's destiny was to be a lowly caretaker.
Grubo.
Mr. Moon does a good deal for the school, and he's taught me a lot. He's terrified of those statues.
I know. You should have seen his face when that boggart appeared. Oh, priceless. That's when I knew what I needed to do. I simply didn't want to encounter him anymore. So, I shrewdly put a boggart in his path to learn his greatest fear. I then created the demiguise statues to keep him in his place, so to speak. The moons were an inspired play on his name. It worked brilliantly. Until you started clearing them out.
Jesteście siebie warci.
Sounds as if Mr. Moon deserved what he got. But perhaps it's time you both moved on.
Fair point, I suppose. If they've terrified him, as you say, he may have learned his lesson.
Ciżby? Dobra, to idziemy do pana księżyca. No i co pan?
Mr. Moon, I've learned who's behind the demiguise statues. It was a classmate of yours that you bullied, Piers Pemberton.
Oh, I might have known. Pigtails Piers.
I don't think he likes being called that.
Of course he does. Oh, he had such flowing locks, and we used to laugh about them. I laughed the hardest of all. Clever man. I'd no idea he was so devious. I must go and congratulate him. Whatever statues remain seem less terrifying now that I know they were put out by old pigtails. Continue collecting them if you like. As for me, I'm gonna go and pay a visit to my old friend.
I to tyle? Czy idziecie na piwko, co? Do 3 mioteł? No dobra, udało się zrobić, no, jedno z takich najdłuższych zadań. Naprawdę najdłuższych. No to czas na fabułkę. Dzięki za oglądanie tego odcinka, a teraz koniecznie zobaczę kolejny film na kanale. I do zobaczenia. Hej, hej, hej.